Hello and welcome to the FK8 Honda Civic Type R. Compared to the previous model, it's larger, more aggressive and more powerful. Oh yes. Now somehow Honda has made this car even more aggressive. Just look at it, it's so leery. It is about as subtle as an explosion in a firework factory. But Honda is insistent that all of this is functional. So for example, at the back, you've got these little grooves and they're called vortex generators. What they do is they force the air towards this massive rear wing. And what that means is that unlike any other hot hatchback, this creates positive downforce. So unlike other hot hatchbacks that produce enough downforce to negate the lift as you go higher, this will actually produce positive downforce. So it will bring you down to the ground and pin you down to the tarmac as you go faster. That's sports car stuff. Right, before I go any further, I just want to apologise for the lack of camera angles. I did have a GoPro on the outside of the car, but later that day, the GoPro was lost and so was the footage. But thankfully, I have been able to use some clips directly from Honda. Okay guys, so this is going to be a quick drive. I literally have the car for about half an hour, so my time with the car is somewhat limited, but hopefully we will still have a good time. So first impressions, getting in the car, you are sat quite low down and I really do like that. Compared to the FK2 model, the seat is positioned lower and you feel like you're hunkered down in here. I really do like that, and I have no idea where I'm going. Straight ahead. Right, stretch of open road, doing about 20. Jesus, wow. To 40 in no time. There was a little bit of turbo lag, but nothing really major. It does have less lag than the previous model. Now, I drove a FK2 last year. Again, it was a brief drive, and that felt hardcore. When I put it into R mode, it was very choppy. The ride was sort of like, whereas this one, let's pop it into R mode now. Oh, the dials have gone red. So I've got it in R mode. Okay, the ride is a little bit more jiggly, but you know what? It still feels rather compliant. This ride is pretty decent, I have to say, but even so, the ride's not too bad. So let me talk you through the power. 316 brake horsepower, 400 Newton meters of torque. That means it will hit 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds. Okay, I know it's not the fastest, but the top speed is 169 miles per hour. 169 in a hatchback. No, I'm sorry, that is mental. Mental. This car should be wearing a straitjacket. You should be parking this in a padded cell, I swear to God, because it is, let's change it down once more. Whoa, it's an absolute hooligan. And it makes a pretty decent noise as well. So you've got 3 exhaust pipes at the back. And the reason for that, so you've got the, oh, bloody hell, grip through there, that's pretty good. The reason why the middle one is smaller is because it makes the car less boomy and less drony on motorways. So there are plenty of new things in the Civic Type R, but the engine remains the same, well, mostly anyway. So it's still a 2 litre turbocharged petrol, but thanks to a bit of tweaking here and there and that new exhaust system, you're looking at an increase of 10 brake horsepower, meaning this will produce a total of 316 brake horsepower. Yeah, okay, it's slower than the Focus RS and the A45 AMG and the Audi RS3, but let's not forget, they have got 4-wheel drive. This, but unbelievably, still has a front-wheel drive. So you're looking at a car which is pushing 316 brake horsepower through the front wheels. Insane. If someone said to you 5 years ago, oh yeah, we're going to push that amount of power through for front wheels, you would declare them clinically insane. You'd put a straitjacket on them straight away. But Honda has been able to pull it off, and they've done really well. Now, I haven't got the best roads to really open up the taps. Oh, that bellow. Oh, that does sound good. So the car sets off in sport mode as default. Now, unlike the FK2, this model has got 3 driving modes. The standard sport mode is still here, as is for R mode, but you get a comfort mode. So what Honda has done is they've tried to make this car easier to live with day to day. Now, I drove a previous Type R, the FK2, and that was very hardcore. It's the sort of car where it would be an absolute beast on a B road, but driving it from A to B wasn't quite as good as, let's say, a Golf GTI, for example. Now, I know the Golf GTI is a more rounded hot hatchback, whereas a Type R is a football hooligan. In all honesty, it is an absolute lunatic. But with the new one, they've got the comfort mode to make it more pliable and more, well, easier to live with on a day-to-day basis. But you still get that power. So the inside is a nice place to be. And I'll tell you what I like about the inside of the Type R. Now, I'm still not too sure of the outside, but that's very subjective. Some people will love it, some people will hate it. But what I like about the inside is that it feels like a hot hatch in here. There's too many hot hatches nowadays. You get inside them and they almost feel like the standard model, just with a few touches here and there. But you get inside this and this essentially screams hot hatch at you. Just look at these red seats. They are so bold. You've got black and red features everywhere, which, as you know, I absolutely love. You've kind of got a mock carbon effect on the dash. You've got these nice inlays. You've got lots of red details. But anyway, that's enough about the interior. What's the car actually like to drive? Well, let's find out. The gear change has got a really short, snappy action to it. Just what you need in a car like this. Do it again. There we go, rev matching. A really cool feature. But many of you will probably want to turn it off and do your own stuff. And the brakes have got a very good feel to them. They really do. Is there any torque steer? I've not noticed any so far. Granted, I've not really been able to push the car that much on these public roads. But so far, I can't detect any. Steering's got a lovely weight. Let's pop it into R mode, because a few people have said that steering is too heavy in R mode. So let's see what it's like for myself. Oh, national speed limit. Oh yes. I put it in R at the right time. Right. Oh, a little bit jiggly, as you would expect. Whoa. Oh my word. Sorry guys, I don't really know what to say at this point because I'm just having fun. I'm just focusing on what I'm doing, but I can really feel that front end gripping. As I turn the wheel, it's absolutely planted. It really, really is. This car makes going fast effortless. You can really pick up speed with barely any effort, and the car still feels stable. It feels utterly planted to the tarmac. And I'm doing about 2,500 revs at national speed limit, and it's barely flexing its muscles. In 6th gear as well. This car is staggering. This is the kind of car where you look at the numbers and you think, this car should physically not be able to do this. But it does. Their engineers at Honda, they have worked wonders. In fact, it's witchcraft. That's what this car is. It's witchcraft. What they've been able to do with this car, from a technical point of view, putting that amount of power through the front wheels alone, it's commendable. It really is. Nowadays, any hot hatchback over 300 brake horsepower, you think, well, it needs to have four-wheel drive. Not according to Honda. I don't think Honda quite got that memo. No. We're going to put 316 brake horsepower through the front wheels, and we're going to make it work. And they have. So it's about time I head back to base, give the car back to Honda, particularly as someone else is going to be waiting for it. But let me sum up. The Type R is an absolute animal. This is a car that sort of rewrites the rule book. You get a sense that Honda wanted to find everything that would be impossible and then make it possible. 169 miles per hour in a hatchback. Craziness. 316 brake horsepower going all to the front wheels. Impossible, but it's not. Honda has made it possible. There's so much about this car that you have to applaud. There really is. And this is a car I would definitely want to spend more time with. But It's an absolute blast, it really is. Honda has knocked it out of the park with this car. They really, really have, and I don't begrudge them for trying to make the next one better, because from where I'm sitting, I don't really know how you can improve on this. I really don't. But yes, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession.